What do you have to sell? Yeah. This is very good. Beautiful, in fact. I can give you 100,000 Swiss francs for it, or if you prefer, 25,000 American dollars deposited at any bank in New York.
That seems fair.
But this is not an awful lot of capital for you to start building a new fortune in America. Surely you have some more things to offer me.
I left the rest at my hotel. This was a sort of exploratory meeting.
That's very wise. And have I made a good impression?
Oh, very much so.
Good. Then when will you show me the rest?
This evening?
Yes? Shall we say 8 o'clock?
Va benissimo.
Until this evening, then.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Garcia, my old friend. I have been looking all over Geneva for you. I'll have to thank you. You seem surprised, Garcia. You didn't really think you would get away with this?
Signor Templar.
Alfredo, what's going on here?
I don't know, Signore. Tell me, did you see Galin?
Yes, this place is alive with cops. What happened?
Please tell me, Signore. I've been waiting all morning.
Sit here. Galen's a man who buys and sells things. Anything of value. Well, your father bought jewelry in Italy, smuggled it into Switzerland to convert into cash. All he was trying to do was change his assets into American money. At the worst, he was guilty of evading currency restrictions. Now, tell me everything you know about this Visconti, the man who was employed by your father.
Well, he was my father's assistant. He's about 25. He came often to our house.
Monsieur Templar, may I talk with you, please?
I'll be right back.
I would like you to come to police headquarters.
Again, what for?
For purposes of identification, We have got the man who killed Filippo Ravina. Ah, bon. You were able to identify the body?
It's Garcia, all right.
You're sure?
Positively.
Mm-hmm. Why was he in your room?
Isn't that obvious?
Because you had seen him killing Ravina, he wished to eliminate you?
Don't you agree?
Possibly, but on the other hand, I do not always believe the obvious.
Captain, you don't think that I killed him?
Monsieur Templar, for the moment, my opinions are my business and not yours. Thank you for your help. You may go.
We meet again, Mr. Templar. And now, you're going to answer a few questions.
I'm always at the service of the Swiss police.
You knew?
I guessed.
Indeed. May I ask how?
Mr. Inspector? Inspector Kleinhaus, believe me, I mean no offense. But plainclothes detectives are the same the world over. There's little mannerisms, habits. For example, the gun you're hiding under your hat. See what I mean? Now, why don't you put it away and we'll trade information like gentlemen?
Mr. Templar, it is a pleasure to do business with you.
My name's Visconti. I believe you have a room for me.
Visconti, yes. Signora Ravina booked it last night.
Carlo, I thought you'd never get here.
As soon as you telephoned, I took the next plane. Helen, I'm so sorry. Poor Filippo.
Oh, it's been terrible. I'm nearly out of my mind.
Good morning, Signora. Monsieur, I am most sorry. Your room is not yet ready. I will give you the first one available.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Never mind. Bring your bag up to mine.
Don't bother, grazie.
Carlo, what happened?
I don't know.
I was willing to steal from Filippo because part of it was mine anyway, and we needed capital when we got to America. But to kill him, what went wrong?
Garcia went too far. It was an accident.
Do you realize what will happen if we're caught? We're accessories to murder.
Keep your voice down.
Oh, he's out.
Make sure.
Alfredo!
Where is he?
Oh, I don't know, but I think he suspects something. Oh, Carlo, I'm so afraid.
Well, don't show it.
Well, I haven't quite your capacity for ruthlessness.
Now tell me exactly what happened.
You tell me. It was your idea.
My idea. You couldn't wait to get rid of Filippo.
You hired Garcia.
I told him there was to be no violence.
I don't care what you told him. Filippo's dead, and Garcia stabbed him. Last night, the police questioned me for over 2 hours.
And?
Well, I told them I didn't know what was in the briefcase or where Filippo was going with it.
They believed you.
I don't know.
But you did hear from Garcia.
Garcia is dead. He fell from one of the balconies this morning. I don't know how it happened. I've been afraid to ask any questions. The hotel's been crawling with police all morning.
And the briefcase?
I don't know where it is.
And the whole thing's been pointless.
Oh, no. Don't say that. We'll manage somehow.
Without money? If I must work for my living, I live in Rome, not in New York. Answer it.
Hello?
Is the Signora Ravenna? Signora, this is Paul Galland speaking. Your husband came to my house this morning. No doubt you know why. I wonder if I could have a word with him.
Just a moment. It's Galland. He says Filippo came to see him this morning.
This morning?
Yes.
But that's impossible.
What will I say?
Obviously, he thinks Filippo's still alive.
Carlo, he's holding the line. He wants Filippo. What will I say?
Take a message.
I'm sorry, Monsieur Galland. The maid was in the room. My husband isn't here right now. May I take a message?
Signora, your husband was coming to my house tonight at 8. Suddenly, a very important client of mine arrived in Geneva from Paris, and I must meet him at his hotel at 8. Could your husband come instead at 7?
Oh, I'm sure that'll be all right, Monsieur. I'll tell him.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Did you hear all that?
Yes. Galland wants Filippo to go at 7 instead of 8. Helen, Filippo and Galland never met. So, somebody could impersonate Filippo and Galland would never know the difference.
Well, I guess so.
That's obviously what's happened. My note to Galland was in the jewel box. Whoever has it is calling himself Filippo Ravina.
Carlo. I know who it is.
Who?
His name is Templar, Simon Templar. He was watching us when we were in the airport at Rome, and he was talking to Alfredo on the plane. Last night, he must have followed Filippo when he left the hotel. He's had the briefcase all along.
But Inspector Kleinhaus, I heard them, every word.
My boy, it is the uncorroborated word of a rather prejudiced teenager against the word of 2 adults.
With Garcia dead, we can't prove a thing.
Please, Mr. Templar, you must do something.
Inspector, I've no right to interfere, but I may be able to help.
Mr. Templar, I know your reputation. Poor Garcia has already met justice. No, the only way to catch the 2 people behind this is to force them into betraying themselves.
All right, they know I saw Galland. They think I'm seeing him again tonight. They know I have the briefcase. They think they're in the clear. Now, suppose I do everything they expect me to, but add a little bit more.
What would you like?
Oh, anything. Bourbon on the rocks, I guess.
Bourbon with ice for the Signora. For me, Campari.
I can't get over the feeling that we're being watched. I've had it ever since leaving Rome.
You're imagining things, Helen.
I'm so afraid.
Of being caught?
And other things. You're so young, you don't understand what it means. We're responsible for 2 men dying. We'll remember that all our lives.
You speak for yourself.
Meaning, to you, it doesn't matter?
What matters to me is getting back what is ours. Temple will go to Galland's house tonight at 8. Galland won't be there. But I will. I'll get the briefcase back. And tomorrow you and I will go to America. Everything will be just as we planned.
Now, you know what to do?
Si, signore.
I don't know how much it's going to be, so here's 3,000 francs. Now get going and hurry.
Is Inspector Kleinhaus going...
He's watching them, don't worry. Front desk, please. Jacques, this is Simon Templar. How would you like to earn yourself a fast 200 francs?
Oh, for you, Monsieur Templar, anything, anytime. Oui? Yes, I understand.
Come in. Did you get it?
Si, signore.
Good work.
Your change.
Oh, thanks.
You don't count it?
Why should I? We're partners, aren't we?
Si, partners and friends.
They still in the bar?
Si, Inspector Kleinhaus is watching them.
Good. I'll be back in 4 minutes. Oh, Alfredo, the key to your room.
Grazie. 7:05. If I want to get to Galan's before Templar arrives, I should leave here in 10 minutes.
Carl, let me come with you.
Helen, cara. Believe me, I can handle this better alone. Besides, this man Templar is dangerous.
Has Gallon any servants?
Yes, but they know me. I've sent him clients before.
Oh, Carlo, no gun, please.
Don't be stupid.
Oh, what if you're caught?
I won't be caught. The police couldn't possibly connect us with Garcia.
Carlo, you do love me, don't you?
Helen, I've got things to do.
Please, you've got to tell me, otherwise none of this means anything.
Helen, of course I love you. Very much.
Ah, merci, monsieur.
Has he left?
Oui, monsieur Templar, since 20 minutes.
Okay, Jacques, go to it.
Oui, monsieur.
Alfredo.
Please, signore, let me come with you. I promise I won't get in your way. I may even help. And you said we were partners. Please?
All right, but keep out of sight.
Sì, grazie.
Come in.
There is a bag for Monsieur Visconti.
What room is it?
Madame?
Well, his room wasn't ready when he checked in. Isn't that where you're taking his bag?
Oh, no, madame. I am told just to take Monsieur Visconti's bag to the lobby and that he is checking out.
Checking out?
Gallan's house is around the next bend. Get on, keep out of sight.
Si, signore.
But I tell you, it's ridiculous. Signor Visconti has no intention of checking out tonight.
Madame, he has checked out. He told me himself to have his luggage taken from your room and sent to the airport.
Airport? But why?
Obviously, madame, because he's catching a plane.
But that's impossible.
Madame, I'm only doing as I'm instructed. Signor Visconti is catching flight 407, leaving tonight for Buenos Aires.
Are you sure of this?
But of course, madame, I booked his space myself. Is something wrong?
Get me a taxi, quickly.
Oh, oui, madame. A taxi pour madame.
Monsieur Galland will be sorry to have missed you, signore.
I'm sorry too, Charles. However, now that I'm here, I shall wait and see Signora Vina.
As you wish, signore.
Oh, that must be him now. Just show him in, will you?
Of course.
Oh, and Charles?
Si, signore?
It is not necessary to tell him that Monsieur Galland is out.
Si, signore.
Signora Vina. Thank you, Charles. Don't disturb us.
Si, signore.
Hello, Visconti.
You know who I am.
Of course.
You don't seem surprised.
Why should I be? I expected to see you here.
Why?
The ways of the ungodly are usually predictable.
And I fall into that category.
Don't you think so?
Perhaps. And now, since we understand each other, let's get to the point. Put the briefcase on the desk, please. And now, back up. With your hands up, please.
On the left.
Grazie.
Prego.
You're a very wise man, Mr. Templar. You know when the odds are against you.
Driver, will you please hurry?
I'm going now, Mr. Templar. If you try to stop me, I'll kill you.
I'm sure you will. You've killed before.
You mean Filippo Rovina?
Who else?
I was in Rome when that happened. I could...
Monsieur Gallin's back early.
I know him very well. I think you'll take my word for what's happened, especially since it's true.
The police think differently.
Oh, the police don't think at all. Why have you come here?
I'll give you one guess.
I told you to wait at the hotel.
It would have been a long wait, wouldn't it?
What are you talking about?
Carlo, I know. I have the whole picture. I know you've checked out of the hotel, and I know you have an airplane ticket.
Checked out?
Yes, when they came for your bag, I talked to the desk clerk. You have a seat on flight 407, leaving Geneva tonight at 10:15.
Are you going out of your head? You and I are flying off to New York tomorrow.
How? By way of Buenos Aires?
Oh, come on, Visconti, admit it. You bought a one-way ticket to Buenos Aires this afternoon.
Helen, he's making this up.
Can't you get it through your head? I know.
The ticket's in the briefcase, Mrs. Rovina. Take a look. I was sitting in the lobby this afternoon. I saw him put it there.
He's lying. If you don't believe me, search the briefcase. Go on.
You overplayed it, Visconti. You were too confident.
Stay where you are and shut up.
You see? A ticket to Buenos Aires with your name on it. You're a liar.
He planned this.
To be with you, I became an accessory to murder.
Helen, shut up. This is exactly what he wants.
You knew Filippo would be killed, didn't you?
All right, I did.
It was all an act right from the beginning, wasn't it? You never had any intention of going away with me.
Not for 1 minute. You're old, you're dull, and you're ugly. This is what I wanted. And now I've got it.
Nice work, Alfredo.
I think I'll take over now, Mr. Templar.
Come on in, Oscar. Meet my playmates. This is Detective Inspector Oscar Kleinhaus of the Swiss police.
Our little cooperative venture worked very well, Mr. Templar.
Yes, it did. By the way, what's going to happen to Mrs. Rovina?
I do not know, but I suspect the court will be lenient. You see, her greatest sin was weakness. The weakness of an older woman for a young man.
I see. Oh, how about the jewels?
Oh, the boy will get them as part of his father's estate.
Morning, Alfredo. All set?
Si, signore.
Fine, I'll drive you to the airport. Oh, by the way, Alfredo, somehow or other, these got into my pocket. They're yours, I think. Partner.
Si. Partner?